Good evening, good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. I welcome all of you this evening to this State of the Nation address on this day, the 5th day of March 2024. We are in a very, very important time in the history of our liberation. This evening, I am very, very delighted, very happy to bring good news of the Biafra Republic government in exile to the people of Biafra. We have made tremendous success. We've recorded very good success in our quest for liberation. I wish to use this opportunity to thank Biafra people in the homeland, the entire 70 to 80 million Biafrans who have suffered, sacrificed everything to demonstrate their readiness to exit the terrorist country called Nigeria. I know that Nigeria is undergoing a very, very terrible change, which will facilitate the emergence of Biafra as a nation. I want to encourage Biafra people, especially you all that are in the homeland, to understand that what is going on today is well planned and being orchestrated by the Biafra Republic government in exile in collaboration with the Biafra de facto government in the homeland. Our plan is to strangle the economy of a terrorist state, make sure that those resources are not being used to kill our women and our children. And that we have achieved. Our aim and objective since the kidnap of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, is to make sure that Nigeria pay dearly for committing that international crime. And today, they are paying, and they have not stopped paying. And they will never stop paying very soon until the declaration of Biafra. Fellow Biafrans, as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, I bring to you today a message of hope. During the last night cabinet meeting, a motion was moved by the Minister of State of the Biafra de facto government in the homeland for the establishment of Biafra police force. Today, my fellow Biafrans, as we look forward to an independent state of the United States of Biafra, where crime will be reduced to zero, where the rule of law will be supreme, where justice will take place, where perpetrators of crimes will be held accountable to face the law, where our law enforcement agents will not be corrupt, I wish to announce to the Biafran people the establishment of the Biafra Police Force Act 06-2024. The Biafra Republic government in exile has, on 4th of March, which was yesterday, in an emergency cabinet meeting, voted for the establishment of the Biafra State Police. People of Biafra, as you all know, while Nigeria continues to collapse, it is the responsibility of the Biafra government to provide alternative for the Biafra people. the insecurity all over Nigeria, the incapacitated Nigeria Terrorist Police have not just added to the insecurity, but they themselves has been found wanting in many degrees of crime, ranging from kidnapping, banditry, extortion of money, armed robbery, and name it. I want to bring to your attention the history of police. The Police Act of 1861 was a law passed by the British Parliament to establish professional police force in England and Wales. Prior to this particular act, law enforcement in England and Wales was largely the responsibility of local parishes and was often carried out by volunteers or part-time constables. The Police Act aimed at addressing the growing problems of crimes and disorder by creating a centralized professional police force. The Police Act of 1861 created the Metropolitan Police Force, which was responsible for the policing of the metropolitan area of London. The Act also allowed other cities and towns to establish their own police forces, provided they were approved by the government. The new police forces were tasked with maintaining law and order, preventing crime, and preserving the peace of the people of the United Kingdom. The Police Act of 1861 was a significant milestone in the development of the modern policing in Britain. It marked the beginning of a centralized and professional police force, and it set the standard for other countries, including the United States, to follow. The Act remained an important piece of legislation in the history of policing and continues to use as a model for other countries seeking to establish a professional police force. Biafra government today will not be an exception. We have joined the League of History, having enacted the Biafra Police Act 06-2024. Every Biafra state will receive a directive and instruction as to the process and procedures in making sure that our state and communities are protected by the Biafra Police Force. Fellow Biafran, as we are making history, it is very imperative for every one of you to understand that while the Nigeria has collapsed, we are offering alternative to the Biafra citizens. The most important being the database, making sure that we minimize or eradicate any forgery of any kind in Biafra nation. To this end, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, on the 4th day of March 2024, voted and approved the Biafra Security Administration website under Article 2 of 2024. Fellow Biafrans, I will also like to share light on the security administration. Today, hundreds of millions of users depend on reliable access to the computing and information services for businesses. just like every other government, educational and for personal activities. The growth of the internet put a world of information and services at our fingertips, yet also open computers to attack from everywhere around the globe. The same network that permit terrorists like Boko Haram, ISWAP, Taliban, permit them to read email from anywhere around the globe. The same network also is very, very important for the government. From that same airport in Singapore, the internet is also being powered for the student in Romania to release a computer virus that disable computers and businesses that depend on them. In addition, as a complexity of computer system increases, new vulnerabilities are discovered each day. There is a worldwide community of people, usually referred to as hackers or crackers, who work to discover and exploit such vulnerabilities to attack and gain control of system of government, sharing their techniques through various underground channels. Computer across the internet has been subjected to worms, denial of services attack, password sniffing, and other malicious activity, leading to significant inconvenience and loss of productivity for legitimate users, government not in exception. For this reason, fellow Biafrans, among others, the Biafra Republic government in exile has voted the approval of BSA under Article 2 of 2024. BSA stands for Biafra Security Administration. The BSA is tasked with the development, administration, and protective security measures for all Biafra government agencies, technology, and systems, ensuring the smooth operational environment necessary for the confident and secure conduct of government information technology solutions, citizens' information processing, management, and security. We manage security risk proportionally with the BSA. We are effectively enabling our government capture, process, and manage all Biafran citizens' information and other security assets. Today, on this note, I hereby unveil the Biafra Security Administration website. The website will be posted immediately after this address for every Biafran to go and take a look at what your government has done. We take database very seriously. We understand that database will on its own curb 50% of crimes in any nation that is well organized. We have learned from the best, and like we have promised Biafra people, we are bringing Finland to Biafra. The approval of the identification card under Article 2, 2024, United States Biafra identity card is a document with a photo that is issued to provide or to prove the identity of Biafran citizens who is permanently resident in diaspora. This identity card will serve as an official means of identifying Biafran citizens around the world as we move very quickly to the liberation phase of Biafra. This identity card will also unite all Biafra people across the globe. Fellow Biafrans, may I also use this opportunity to inform you the success that the Biafra government have recorded within short period of time. At this point, we have over 4,000 Biafrans listening live on one channel. On the 4th day of March 2024, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile Cabinet voted for the establishment of the Biafra Ministry of Justice under Article 072024. What Nigeria did not offer you, the justice you seek, Biafra will offer you the justice. Equity, fairness, which will later on lead to progress. So we are adopting a different system, justice system in the United States of Biafra. The Ministry of Justice of the United States of Biafra will maintain and develop legal order and legal protection. The justice system ministry will reinforce the structure of democracy and safeguard citizens' fundamental right, the right that is never protected under Nigeria. The ministry will be responsible for drafting the key legislation maintaining legal order and for ensuring the proper functioning of the judicial system of Biafra. Under this Ministry of Justice, judicial power will be exercised by the independent courts. The Minister of Justice will bear political responsibility for the activities of the ministry and on its administrative branches. The administrative branch of the Ministry of Justice of Biafra will be very extensive. The ministry will guide and direct operation of the Order of Biafra agencies and public bodies in its administrative branch and monitor their development. Under this system, we are going to be the best in the world within a few years. Fellow Biafrans, I wish to congratulate all of you today for this milestone. On this note, as we move very, very fast to our liberation, activities will start in Biafra land in a couple of days. The self-referendum is ongoing. The first phase of the self-referendum will end in May. After that, we are going to review the process and go to the second phase of the self-referendum. Ladies and gentlemen of the press that have gathered here today, fellow Biafrans all over the world, I wish to announce the establishment of the Biafra Constitutional Committee. If you hear your name, you have been called to serve Biafra. This committee is subject to change. Names will be added as at when need, and then also names will be removed when the need arises. We have Janine Condole. Janine Condole is the attorney for the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Based in Philippines. We have Mazi Victor Adim as a member of the Constitutional Committee. We have the Chief of Staff of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, as a member and a coordinator of this committee. Victor Adim will be the chairman of this constitutional committee. Mazi Luke Iwunze, the ambassador of Biafra in Australia, will be a member of this committee. Dr. Dorothy Adana Anthony, who is serving the Women and Child Service Welfare, you will be member of this committee. Emmanuel Yakubu from Igala State will be a member of this committee. Emmanuel is the sole administrator of Igala State of Biafra. Mbekoyo Effiong will be a member of this committee. Mbekoyo Effiong is the administrator of the Oro Akwi State Executive, Biafra, United States of Biafra in the homeland. We have Archbishop Etata as a member, the sole administrator of Ikon State, Biafra Republic, government in exile, and the de facto government in the homeland. We have Tubabim as a member, Douglas as a member of the committee, Constitutional Drafting Committee. Fellow Biafrans, may I also use this opportunity to announce the establishment of the Biafra Currency Committee. The Biafra Currency Committee will also have the Biafra Republic Government in Exile Attorney, Jenny Kondol, as a member of the committee. We will have Victor Aden as a member of the committee. We will have Bridget Mwajei as a member of the committee. We will have Jonathan Benjamin as a member of the committee. We will have Mbokoyo Effiong, the Akpakip Oro State Executive, as a member. We have Archbishop Etata, the Ikon State Administrator, as a member. We also have Douglas Tubabanin as a member of the Committee for Biafra Currency. May I also inform the Biafra people that the Biafra coin will be officially unveiled in a few days' time. And after that, we have solved the problem that our Biafra people are facing currently under Nigeria collapse state. Fellow Biafran, I wish to use this opportunity to issue a very serious warning to those in Japan who have resort to threatening Biafrans in Japan for supporting the Biafra government. I want to also use the opportunity to encourage Biafrans in Japan who are part of this Biafra Republic government in exile to stand very strong. The government is backing them with full support and will do anything to protect their interests in Japan. Nobody should succumb to threat of criminals who all they do is go about threatening people when they have nothing to offer for the past 8 years, 13 years. Some of them have been in the Biafra struggle for 20 years. And now, and even as at then, there is no solution whatsoever. There is no direction. Today, within 2 years, we are in Biafra land. And the Biafra government has restored the hope that Nigeria have destroyed for many years and decades. I wish to congratulate every Biafran this evening. Thank you for the support so far. The Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Resistance Fighters, the supporters, financiers, and those who pray for this particular movement. As we continue the self-referendum, remember, after voting, you inform your neighbors, guide them, teach them. Let this message spread like wildfire. We are expecting to get a certain number of votes that will be made public in Finland. What we are fighting for is the right to existence. And there is nothing the terrorist Nigeria will do to stop the liberation of Biafra this year. Also, I want to use this opportunity to call on the committee for prayers for Gowon. Number one in this committee is Dominica Olewune, Chinyere Apo, Blessing Nzom, Gregory Onyejuwa, Chinedu Aguyi, and Presence Odohunoge. This committee will be the official prayer warriors for Gowon to be alive to December. Your prayer point is to pray day and night for Gowon to be alive till December. He will be alive and witness something in December of 2024. There is no other prayer point. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to come out in a historic manner. We have promised Biafra that. The prayers that were prayed so far is working. And for the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not given up, believe me, I know what he is made of. Our most important prayer today is for Gowon to be alive till December. Let him not die. It is very, very important so that the prophecy of our eternal leader will come to pass. He will be alive to see Biafra. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of Biafra. May God bless the Biafra Republic government in exile. May God bless all the cabinet members. May God bless all the ministers, the Biafra forces. May God bless you all. From here, from me, is good evening.
Nigeria, on a daily basis, witness the impunity which is so-called Fulani herdsmen extremists who share an ethnic and religious identity with President Buhari and the Fulani elite, which now dominates all key institutions in Nigeria.
To open an investigation specifically into the wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, and most notably targeting the indigenous people of Biafra.
Clear that now we've put the Biafran issue on the radar screen of the government, of the Biden administration, of Congress.
Ongoing and wide-scale systematic killing of the civilian population, and again specifically targeting the IPOB.
Of weapons being used against Biafrans, but affirmatively supporting an effort to have a independence referendum organized and conducted by the United Nations, as we've done in South Sudan.
They formally open an investigation and look into what we are identifying as a genocide that's being committed by the Nigerian government and extremist Fulanis against the indigenous people of Biafra.
There's been nothing in experience since 1960 to suggest there simply is not a way, given the history of division between the Fulani and the Biafrans, to think that they can coexist under a single sovereign roof.